Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well, let's go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 2nd and 8. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Joe Vacuda. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Walker to start the drive. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak in this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it. His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Ravens at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rolled him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Dobbins. Gets around him. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. One more time with Dobbins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Walker. And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This went into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Ready, break!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. They're going to look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Point after, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him, but what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They go play action with Jackson. Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Lockett. Oh, look at the juke. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll look to throw here. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 31 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded right around the 8. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Lockett. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got some space here.
Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready?
Straight ahead, Walker trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Jackson's halves this forward jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. On the option, it's Jackson.
Oh, he pulls over him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On the jump.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Gets this to Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Connor.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Ready.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters. And the officials say, yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Ready, set.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Up the middle, here's Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So not only the interception, but now they've got it 1st and goal after the pick. And, I mean, heck, Charles, they could go ahead and trot out the kicking team here and win it.
They absolutely could, but what I would do is hand it off inside a couple of times and make sure my running back has both hands over the football, body covering it, and I kick it on 3rd down. That way, if something goes awry with the snap, we still have 4th down to try it again and win the ball game.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Ravens.